Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. To throw, it's Reed. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball like that and call your shot, you've got to secure the catch.
Off the play fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
Going to have to throw for it. Complete in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Aggies in the hurry up.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Williams. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Find some fresh air. There he goes. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down.
And how about the 3rd down run? And this is an offense that They can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the third down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Lucas. Defense played the wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Lucas. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He might want another play. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful. Not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Throws for the tight end. Got his man all by himself. Running wide open down the gut of the field. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the timing just a hair off.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Steps away. Fires downfield. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away from that.
Past the 40. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting him out flank for the Wildcat. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a second down. On the direct snap, it's Williams. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Williams. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Rushes on him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Noles moving quickly to the line. Motion from the wideout. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch a defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He lets it fly. Makes a grab down the middle. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards to the opponents in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play,
fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it out. It's Blackwell. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Castellanos. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Outside the pocket, let's go. This time it's complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Gonna look downfield again. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. And that ball's incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Finds his man. It's White. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Castellanos. Catch in the middle. It's McCoy. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
That was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but we had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, come out in the second half now, trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Moss. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Texas A&M going up tempo. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got a man. It's Moss. At the 40. There he goes. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Dropping back, it's Reed. Trying to make magic with his feet. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Ball is loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Blackwell. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something.
Turning it on! And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and getting them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The give is to Williams. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Robinson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Skips away from pressure. He'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone of the 18.
This quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Handoff to the lone back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Reed. That's caught. It's Bussey. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Texas A&M going quickly.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Got his man downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Caught on the outside. It's Concepcion. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And as a defensive guy, you use the sideline as your 12th man. You push the receiver out that direction. Look at the wide receiver, still doing a great job of getting small and getting that foot in bounds, making the play, and catching the ball.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick, and guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Gonna run it. It's Holmes. Got room to work. Breaks into the open. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Williams. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And he hadn't had a big day on the ground, but that was a carry they needed for this offense. They needed to...
And you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Might be calling a hot route. After run, now throw. Finds his tight end. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on third down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. Catch in the middle, it's Higgins. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. Oh, he's got some space. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Keeps it on the bootleg. Still looking, on the move. Grabs it inside the 15. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Trying to surge it in. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Spanish raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch?
Touchdown, Aggies! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little rope out of this crowd. on the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Using his legs, it's Lucas. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You wonder about the mindset right now of the offensive coordinator, too, because they need points, and running the football just is not going to get it done. Early in the drive, late in the drive, I think you've got to be in attack mode right now throwing.
He's got an open man. He moves the chains, and they'll punt the ball at the 33. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Knowles come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This offense has it with really good field position. Off-play action on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late, you're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
He decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up
4. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Unloads it left. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Looking for the score. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That play could not have happened at a better time if you're this defense. You're trailing by 1 possession. You need to find a way to steal it, and they get the...
Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It's Williams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun to give, looking for room. Followed that block.
When the defense really has to honor run and pass for the next snap.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The lone back's got it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looking for a push on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker. They'll turn it over on down.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, we live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Oh, it's a reverse. Finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
I often say the best offenses in college football are the ones that can run the football down in the red zone, but it's not just conventional runs. It's getting the reverse going as well. Why not get one of your best playmakers the football here in the green area and let him go? Nice job getting the pitch, using his speed, scoring a touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Archer. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free unencumbered and get to the football.
Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pulls it in, it's White. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive, you want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way.
Lots of room headed to the goal line. And he rolls in the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
a running back in your backfield, this quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The give to the lone running back. There he goes. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Leaves it with the back.
Not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
Making side adjustments here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Fine play action. That's reeled in. It's White. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Castellanos. Moves away as he feels pressure. The throw. Intercepted. The defense is set up.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Fires to the right. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Wide open downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal for this offense. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Going for 6. Touchdown, South Carolina. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
All you can say is how impressive has this team home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays of special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
And he makes the extra point.
Florida State, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Will take over. First and 10.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Castellanos. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take shots. They're sensing the frustration, and that time in perfect position, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Moving away from pressure. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. Still running at the 40. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play. Some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking.
Wide open spaces. Got it out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seen the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted. Took his shot. He is in a groove.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Williams. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. On the snap, it's Brown. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Defense playing a bail technique. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. A little trickeration, looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. The Seminoles couldn't have asked for better field position as they get a chance to strike here. They'll leave it with the lone back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. How would you run the ball in second and long? You stink, OC, or...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, no!
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Then perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's turning it loose into the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line. We make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Makes the grab, it's Brown. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They go to the ground. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Got it in the middle with Smith. And tackled there by the defense. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Off play action. Finds the tight end. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Behind the chains now on second and long. To the air, it's Sellers. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. A huge jump play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to set those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
It's a reverse. And the defense played that one beautifully, and they'll knock him down for a loss.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Will take over. First and 10.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Lucas. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. Release to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lucas. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Dances away. Got a man. It's White. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
pull that one off. Stealing possession. Leaves it with the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles into the ground. And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give on the inside. There he goes.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They go to the ground. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Now the play fake. Now improvising. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Fires into the end zone. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Now second and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Gamecocks.
How impressive has this offense been just hogging the ball? They've just been eating away at the clock. They've been matriculating the football down the field. And here they are scoring a touchdown on their opening possession. The opposing quarterback's like, bro, when am I going to get the ball? When do I get a chance to take the field? That was crazy.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Already down a score early, the last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He might want another play. Motion from the wideout. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pressure coming. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking for a man, it's Sellers. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking for space to the left. Going for 6. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out in the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Direct snap. It's Holmes. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of too with work done where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Castellanos. The sure hands, it's Robinson. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he Makes the play. It's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gonna run it. It's Lucas. He's gonna lose a yard on that one. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
0.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Here comes the hurry up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Unloads it left. Makes the catch, it's Singleton. Stopped just inside the 25, will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Snagged in the middle. It's McCoy. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Caught in the backfield. It's White. Touchdown! No! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside the 10, here he comes. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Castellanos. Unleashes one. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give to the tailback. Turning it on. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops.
He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 10. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
We got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for a first down.
The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Here comes the heat. And the wildcat has turned to disaster. A big loss as the defense was all over it. And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Starting to feel a little pressure. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Grabbed over the middle. It's White. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. On 4th down, going to the air. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
The give to the back. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
It's complete to the left. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. I guess the good news on that penalty is at least the defense didn't have to back up that far. It's still first. Golden Bears in Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a team from the ACC, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kane. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big... out of the end zone and came up a little short. From the gun, running back gets to give. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Second down coming up.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Get set, get set.
Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You could underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Under fire. That's reeled in. It's James. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Grab near the marker. It's Cooper. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
The Hoosiers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
And you run it on third down right there, and you get stuffed. Nice job by the defense. Now, how aggressive does this offense want to be? Do you still want to go for the touchdown and go for gusto, or do you want to settle for a field?
Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. Looking for the score. And he's got it. Touchdown, Indiana.
Man, 4th and goal. You're backed up a little bit after a couple bad plays, and you make the play. You needed it. You find your receiver, throw it up. He goes and gets it. What a play by this offense in a critical moment.
And the extra point is good.
7, Cal, 0.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's James. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Take over. 1st and 10.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
So now it's 2nd and long. Brown wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. The Golden Bears want to move quickly. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Just keep slinging it. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for room. It's Beebe. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Got a man. It's Barker. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, I think the quarterback was trying to push that ball deep down the field. Nobody was open, though, so he finds his fullback for a short gain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. That's caught. It's Hemby. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here.
42 Spider. 42 Spot.
Off play action on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hemby. Oh, he's got some space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Here's the pressure. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. A run for the quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Brown will throw it. Shoots it to the left. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Hornet. 29 Philly. Longer.
He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. The DBs will back off a bit. Wants to fire on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
At the 33-yard line. Coming up, fourth down.
Despite coming up short on the previous 2 fourth-down attempts, this offense will try it here again. The play-action fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Quarterback can pull the trigger and down he goes at the 41. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Hoosiers will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'll loft to lock them up close to their goal line. They kick it away on fourth down. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They're going to run it. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Golden Bears are in the hurry-up. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Finds the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It'll be 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line. But 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a 3rd down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Cal! Fit it in the window for the score.
And finally the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense, keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ball game.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Got a man in the middle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Makes the grab. It's Williams. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. One more snap coming before halftime.
First down for the offense.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air, it's Mendoza. Looking left. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Might be calling a hot route. Gonna swing it on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. The Golden Bears will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Got enough for the first.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Hoosiers moving quickly to the line. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Gets it out quickly. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Got his man on the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Now, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
From the shotgun, the inside give.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to
breaks into the open. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14. The Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Mendoza. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Hoosiers need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the 3rd quarter to create some momentum, help them go crazy, help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big 4th down conversion.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He wants to change this route. Back to pass. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Touchdown, Indiana! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Will throw it. Bring in the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bear!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hemby. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
And the Hoosiers with the 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. With the catch, it's Morris. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Hoosiers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Hunt is on its way. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Brown wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Morris. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. To the air on first down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. To the air on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cal. Once he got some room, it was over.
Massive score now. Massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy. Nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? You want to go for it? It's your decision.
A gutsy call to go for the deuce to try to win the game right here. Looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the big gamble, the try to win it right here moment goes awry. They're still down by 1. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this,
there he goes. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And, man, that's a little frustrating. I like the job by the quarterback. Get the ball out. Let your receiver make the play. But just understand when the play's over. Like, I'm not going to cut that back up. I want to get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. Third down coming up for the O after the incompletion. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
They want to see if they can score the deuce.
29 million.
He's into the end zone. It is good, and now it's a two-possession game, a 9-point lead here in the fourth. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Rushes on him. He's taking the deep shot. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2.
He'll take a shot.
Such a great job by the offense putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with the win.
So with a late touchdown, no time remains, but they'll go for 2 here and try to make the score a little closer. Brown will throw it. It's incomplete as the two-pointer fails, and I guess unless they were concerned about games of chance, there wasn't really a reason to try to do that, but this game is over. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2.
Here we go. Go.
They'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. He's in there. 2-point conversion is good, and they're down by just 1. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field. Seemingly it will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan